So we're now going to do a relaxation that it's possible to do after the scales. So sometimes after the scales there can be tension in the upper body from the dynamic that's been brought into the body. It's not ideal, but it does happen at the beginning. So a good way to release that is just to hang forward. You want to notice your standing position. You want your legs to be nicely closed, the feet together, and just as you're coming down, notice the legs. So if you feel vulnerable in your lower back, you can just bend the knees forward. Ideally, you want to have your legs straight. The other thing you can watch out for is that you don't lock your legs. Some people lock their legs. So the legs want to stay straight and dynamic, so that there's always a little bit of movement in the legs. They need to adjust as you come forward. So you don't want them to be locked in any way. So just gently bending forwards. You can keep your eyes open. You can notice your legs as you come down. And you're bending at the hips primarily. And the body will possibly resist the movement. And if it does, just pause at that point and just let go. So you're just slowly coming down. Whichever point you reach, that's fine. Just wait there and wait calm. So you're not wanting to push anything, force anything. This movement comes around through relaxation and also through this relationship between the legs and the hips. So the upper body can be completely relaxed. You can maybe need to shake out your head or your shoulders to sort of release anything there. But I would keep your eyes open. You don't want to go into too much of a dreamy state. And just observe the body as you hang. And if you do that, you'll find that it's easier to release actually. You could just observe your legs and the feet on the ground. They're placed firmly on the ground and you're wanting to keep them in this nice form where there's flexibility in the legs. So ultimately what we're going to want to start to happen, keeping the upper body relaxed, there's this middle point here where we hang from. And then we're just noticing our legs more and more, and this relationship between our legs and our hips. So this is really the part of the body that needs to release in order to come further down. The upper body doesn't do anything. It's just relaxing. So there's this coordinating movement taking place between the legs and the hips. So just keep an eye on them, notice them. You might need to release here. Backs of the hands come onto the ground if the hands are touching the ground. Releasing the head. The longer you stay in the position, the more you can notice this relationship between the legs and the hips. And you can then start to pull up the legs into the hips and pull together in the hip area. But we can work on that more another time. It's just an initial observing of the body, really. And to come out, you can just slowly curl up and come up to standing. So hopefully now your upper body feels really released. And the other thing that you might be able to be aware of is actually how you feel really grounded in the lower half of the body. So on the one hand, you've got this, this stability down here from having done the position, but staying aware of the legs. We so often don't pay attention to our legs.